I can put people in timeouts for different lengths. Why would I do that? Is that centered? I feel like it isn't centered. But I'm just going to say that it is. I need to put my jersey on, man. What kind of lame fan am I? You're the one? Oh. Aha. Great elite pun. I'm saying that in a weird tone, but I'm actually into that kind of stuff. I think you all know that. Settle in, boys. This is a bad angle for me because I can barely see the television. I do not want to watch. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to listen to Everlong right now. Which is the most... Okay, so I need to change a lot of this. One is going to be moving you to, like, here. And also, since you don't just want to look at the top of my head, I'll move it down a little bit. Hopefully this is a bit better. Oh yeah, that's the spot. That's the spot right there. I think we are... The mic's good, yeah? Yeah, Mike's chilling. Will, I need to know, are you just now noticing the spoopy setup? Or are you only now addressing the spoopy setup? This question is of utmost importance. What is... Is there something up with you? Oh, you're good. Alright, why is my computer being dumb then? Okay, so you are only now addressing it. That's fine. Better late than never, right? Yeah. Okay, is the stream incredibly fuzzy for anyone else, or is that just my stupid computer not loading in properly yet? I will say, I am not a superstitious... That's a lie. I'm not superstitious outside of the realm of sports. Oh, cool. That's great. That's wonderful. That's great, because there was just a bunch of stuff put in, including new wires and new routers and everything, literally yesterday. So I'm very excited to know that it has not helped in the slightest. I'm gonna write it out and just see what happens, but that's incredibly infuriating. You know, man, it's going pretty all right. It'll be going better if they win tonight. Which, you know, man, it's going pretty. It's a must win, right? You obviously, in the immortal words, one might even say, of Brian Regan. Oh, Will, then you're just bad. So take that. Anyway, in the words of Brian Regan, you can lose tonight because it's best of 3 or best of 7. Jeez Louise. You got kicked out of Astros. Who did you troll? Or who did you troll? How many teams who have had 100+ loss seasons then have gone onto the playoffs or better since? Okay, I understand what you are... I think I know what you're trying to say. I know there have been teams, because the Astros... They lost 100 games in 2014? Was it 12, 13, 14 that they lost 100+, or was it 11, 12, 13? I feel like, and I'm going to have to frickin'... I'm very happy that Dog has decided to bark directly outside of my door. That's neato spaghetto on his part. They lost 100 games in 2014, didn't they? Okay, no, they were starting to dig themselves out of it. I don't know offhand who has gone from 100 losses. Okay. That's what got you kicked? That's stupid. That's so dumb. No, because the Orioles aren't included in that. Because the Orioles lost 100-plus games 2 years ago, but last year they were like 70-ish and something. But they weren't 100 losses last year. They lost like 80. I think they were still below 500 barely, but they were not that bad. And the Rangers didn't lose 100 games last year, did they? I mean, they lost a lot, but they didn't lose 100 games. Yeah, they only lost 94 last year. Hey, if you want a good laugh, Yu Darvish is top 25 all-time in Rangers WAR. That is fascinating. Cleveland, no. I feel like the Rangers are losing this one. Something about the lineup seems weird to me. Well, you know, I did mention your boy, Yu Darvish, and I did not mention it in a loving manner, I gotta be honest with you. Dude, the picture they have of him for Baseball Reference is so done dirty. Cool story, Will. If you guys have not looked... Oof, wow. Nerve of some people leaving the stream for no good reason other than the fact that his phone is dying. No, you guys should look up Yu Darvish's picture on Baseball Reference. That is, they did him dirty. Not the Padres one. Not the Padres one. That one's okay. I'm talking about the red hat. It's like an action shot of him in a game, but it's just him looking like, you forgot to put the ranch in my Chick-fil-A bag, dude. Like, that is so... Why do people pick the worst possible action shots to be Rangers headshots in different things? Altuve bats. Scherzer enters the game. Enters the game. Wake up, Weston. Holy God. It's the first inning. Of course he's entering. Jeez, I need caffeine. Scherzer back for the first time in a while. Altuve sends one to the warning track. Missed a home run by a couple of feet. And I really, really hope that is not how this game is going to go. Because I will become Jumpy Man if that is how this goes. Just more close but not close enough. I've got to check. Okay, now it looks like an actual stream. That's cool. Dude, it was so blurry for a while. I'm going to try to move this just a little bit so I'm more centered. Brantley in the 2 spot I like. I do like him being back at 2. Now he's down. Okay, strikes out on 3 pitches. Don't love that. I don't think we will in the live stream. Probably in the aftermath. Definitely in the aftermath. What am I talking about? Well, the thing is, because he's off in the corner, like, hiding. Okay, this is an interesting question. and I want to talk about it. Bregman tries to kill a pitch and misses. I don't think the Hall of Fame is irrelevant. I really don't. Because that is... Oh boy. The thing I feared would happen happened. Okay, I want to talk about the Hall of Fame. That's actually a really interesting conversation piece. Bregman gets into one, deep left center, just on the warning track. The Astros, does someone have a running tally of how many times the Astros have put a ball on the warning track? It's got to be like 7 times already this series, right? Like in a cumulative 100 feet of distance over like 10 different at-bats is the difference between the Astros currently being up 2-0 and now already leading in this game versus being down 2-0 and tied, right? Like, am I insane? It feels like there's just been 1,000 fly balls that hit the warning track. Okay. Seems like we can't get a ball on the ground for nothing yet. Where did the classic Astros approach? Where did the classic Astros approach go? Out the window. Mr. Meatloaf, are you aware of what we do here? Relax. It's just a game. Do you even know me? Do you know any of us? Congratulations on having a healthy life. I'm so proud of you. Takes a drink of energy drink. Thought I spilled some there. I didn't care about spilling it on my shirt because I'm sure I have. I was concerned about losing even a drop of caffeine. Just so we're all on the same page here. I get that. Wait a minute. I'm not going to point anything out. But, People can put 2 and 2 together there. Anyway, the Hall of Fame is a super interesting question, and I do want to kind of talk about that. And I'll throw it back to you guys as well. Not in that way. Is the Hall of Fame starting to just completely... I think it's been losing relevance for a while. But has it really recently completely just lost all of its vigor? And I don't think it's lost all of its credibility. I really don't. And I do think it is a special thing. But the Hall of Fame was once a very sacred thing, and that was the be-all, end-all. But now you look around at a lot of different players, and a lot of different players, specifically modern guys who are, I don't want to say better, because I don't know that they are, but seemingly better than people of old generations whose, adjusted numbers, anything with a plus on it, whether it be ERA, OPS, WRC, plus for all of those, dwarf other players. Or, I'll talk about that in a second. Or, okay, I don't think they should make a rule to inhibit Ohtani. Because, that's just not how that works. But, okay, yeah, we'll have that discussion in a decade's time. But, probably longer than a decade's time. But, One of the greatest cases I have to look at is the fact that a guy like Jeff Bagwell, who if you look at not just his normal numbers, but if you look at WRC plus OPS for him, right? His batting average is good. I want to say it's like 301, but his on base, his slugging, like people when they're looking at like the greats of the 1990s and early 2000s, right? People that really revolutionized offense and talk about, oh, this guy really started to push the sabermetrics movement. And it's funny because Jeff Bagwell doesn't believe in sabermetrics, at least from what it seems like he talks about. But by God, he was one of the like first guys. He was a massive push in the 90s of a player who, by modern metrics, is just a king of baseball. His career slash 297, 408, 540. So finish his career a 948 OPS plus, a 149 OPS, or a 948 OPS. Jeez Louise, imagine an OPS plus of that. And a 149 OPS plus. He is a guy that I look at. He really led the way in like what modern offensive players look like. A lot of home runs, drew a bunch of walks, struck out a fair bit, but he walked far more than he struck out for a large part of his career. If you look at like his years from 97 through 2000, so that 4-year stretch, he walked 492 times and only struck out 455 times. And that OPS, or the OBP right there at 432 is just sexy as all hell. Like, he is one of the... I don't hear him talked about enough when talking about great players from the 1990s. And it is a disservice, in my opinion, for Bagwell. But it took him 8 ballots. And I want to say he snuck in on that 8th ballot. Like, I'll pull it up real quick. Yeah, I want to see his induction. Jeff Bagwell. He barely squeaked by, so he got 82% of 80, or 86.2 out of 85. And I want to say that was his... Javi gets through the first inning. A very nice first inning, by the way, for Christian. Pardon me, Javier. Inducted in 2017. So yeah, it was his 7th year on the ballot. That dude should have been Hall of Fame first year. Like, I genuinely want someone to explain to me, outside of the asinine, well, what about World Series ring thing, how could you possibly look at a guy like Jeff Bagwell, who finished his career with a basic 3 points off of the beautiful 300, 400, 500, right? 3 points off from the batting average. 449 home runs, right? 1,000 extra base hits, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, almost 1,000. Damn, just short of that. But well over 970, or about 970 extra base hits. How is that guy not first ballot? Did Altuve's flyout get robbed? No, it did not. It was close to a home run, but it wasn't a robbery. I think when I look around with the Hall of Fame ballots, there's certain things that really kill me on it and what killed the Hall of Fame in general for me. I think Todd Helton's one of them. You look at his numbers, and I think he should be there, is the thing. He was a good first baseman, a really good first baseman, for a very long time. I mean, he has his handful of all-star appearances. For a while was just freaking off the chain. I mean, you look at that peak from 2000 to 2007, and you have one season, with a sub 800 or a sub 900 OPS, and it was 880. Before that average over 8 seasons, he was clobbering on average 30 home runs a year, 108 RBI, because those people care about those things. 100 walks a season, barely struck out, and batted over 330 for that stretch. Finishes with a 316, which is, what old heads talk about, but, oh, well, he played in a certain stadium, so no. No, he doesn't get to do that. I think they should only be... I don't think they should be. I understand, and I had a conversation just recently with a gentleman, guy from the school, incredibly awesome to me. Right, I have nothing but good things to say about it, but I had that conversation talking about the Hall of Fame and talking about, like, the ring argument. I don't think the ring argument is good in any sport. I just straight up don't. You are playing a team-based sport. Yordan fouls one back, down 0-2 to Scherzer. Wonderful. Like, you are one guy. Now, in football, there are a couple of positions that can just kind of drag a team to relevance, and I think, quarterback is one of them. But in a sport like baseball, oh, God. Okay. This could be bad. Yordan took one in such an uncomfortable place on the foot. If you want a positive, I think that definitely hit the meat of his foot and not the ankle, which still sucks. That still must hurt like a bastard, but I think he can be okay. He's limping not well. But he's limping down to first. Okay. The robot will stay in. I think the good thing is it definitely hit, like, the small of his foot. I say the small of his foot. Like, that definitely hit here and not the ankle part. Because if it hit here, he probably would be gone, because that was a fastball, right? The pitch was a fastball. But because it hit, like, this area, it still hurts a lot, I would imagine, but that's not quite the ankle where there's, like, joints. So that's I'm not a doctor also. You guys should probably realize that. Cutter, whatever. 88 miles an hour, almost 90, right? That still hurts a lot. Also, I'm not a doctor. Don't look at me for anything. I'm an idiot. I make dumb YouTube videos where I talk to myself. You guys should not... The fact that anyone values my opinion at all is interesting to me. Anyway, back to the World Series thing and Hall of Fame voting. I think it's stupid. Right? Take it as medical advice. God. Rello, no! No! It's so irrelevant. Because baseball is the ultimate team sport. You are one human being in a lineup of 9 and a roster of 20-some. But, like, you can control... As an individual player, you can control so little. Hello, Conweeby. You can control so little as one individual player. Like, as a... Like, I'll use first base because Abreu was just batting, right? He can only dictate, like, a 15 by 15 foot chunk. Roughly speaking, I understand that he can range into the foul territory and you can see them go, well past almost to the outfield. Yeah, Brandon, I'm agreeing with you. They should be golfing those things into outer space, but here we are. Like, Abreu controls like maybe a 20 by 15 foot zone on the defensive portion of the field. And will take 3 to 5 at-bats in a game that will consist of 30 to 50. Like, you control, as an individual, so little of a game. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing, because you can, all it takes is one of those at-bats to completely change how it ends. But it is the ultimate team sport. And it's more so than other things, because you get 3 at-bats in a game, guaranteed. If you're good, you might get 4 or 5. But, like, as a forward in hockey, like, take Mika Zibanejad, for example. I'm going to throw it to the Rangers. The other Rangers, the good Rangers, the one that we can all agree are cool. Those Rangers. Mika Zibanejad is going to get 20-some, maybe not 20-some, about 20 minutes on the ice per night. He's going to get, like, 19 to 30 shifts where he's out there. And on any given one of those, he can take it to the offensive zone and score. With baseball, you have one little tiny chunk. You have 3 seconds. Or 3 at-bats. Maybe 4, maybe 5 at the most. It's the ultimate team game. And I don't think you can see better examples than guys like Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani. They are 2 of the best players that we will watch in our lifetimes. Ohtani might be the best player we end up watching in our lifetimes. Like, he's that level. And they have not made it. It's not even a matter of... You can't even look at either one of them and say, oh, well, they're not postseason performers. They haven't been there. Like, Trout's been to, 4 postseason games, and one of them was a wild card? Or was it just the 3 games in an ALDS where they got swept? Joey Votto is one of the most disciplined hitters of the modern century. He's the best OBP guy since Bonds. Dubon gets into one. Will the Astros send? Yordan stays because of the stupid hit by pitch. Bases are loaded. I am begging you. Okay, this is the 10th time they've loaded the bases in this series? I'm begging you to get one home. I am desperate here, guys. But you can look around. Verlander for almost a portion, right? But obviously now he's here and has won multiple of them. But before that, he was still probably going to be a Hall of Fame player. And that's the thing. People get all picky and choosy about it, which I think is stupid. There was never a doubt before Verlander got to Houston. When he had, I thought, a good career. But people don't talk about enough how much of a renaissance he had once he got here. Like, I look at his numbers for his time in Detroit and, like, yeah, he's a really good pitcher and he probably should be in the Hall. That's not a strike. Blue. Blue. You're killing me. Anyway. But, like, his numbers in Detroit, maybe I'm being sacrilegious when I say this, never jumped off at, like, oh, yeah, he's one of the best of the generation. He should definitely go into the Hall of Fame, without question. Possible blooper, infield fly? Infield fly? That is such a weird-ass call. I mean, it didn't affect it, but good God, I would have been livid. And Martin Maldonado. Have you considered pinch hitting? I need to finish this thought with the Hall of Fame and wins. Like World Series games. You can look at either one of those 2. Mike Piazza is a really good one for me. Because I don't believe he won a World Series. And outside of bench, I have Piazza right alongside him. I have him next to him, right? Because obviously, ball gets away. Yordan coming home. The Astros' first lead of the series, I think, off of a wild pitch. Take what we can get. Take what we can get. That's a run, baby. 1-0 Houston. But like, I look at a guy like Mike Piazza, who's one of the best offensive catchers of all time, and he never won a ring. But I don't look at him and think, oh, he wasn't a good... He shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. He obviously should be. I look at a guy like Gary Sheffield, and I question daily why he isn't in the Hall of Fame, but he has a ring, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he got one in 97. People are picky and choosy. Maldi ripped one! Maldi ripped one! Maldi ripped one! Dubon scores! 3-0 Houston! Maldonado ripped one! A hustle double for Martin! Mother freaking Maldonado! We are all witness! We are witness! Oh my God! I don't give a single... I don't give... Look, guys. We could go on a journey around the world. I don't care. You can't find 8 ounces of care in me. You know what? Who gives? He got him home. No, I completely agree with your text that I'm only now seeing. Excuse me, 2022 Silver Slugger nominee Martin Maldonado. What a time. What a time. Why is Olivia Rodrigo on my television? Anyway. That's pretty cool, huh? That's pretty darn cool. The Astros already have 3 hard hit balls off of Scherzer. 3 runs. This is the best offensive game the Astros have played in this series so far. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. The next thing I want to talk about. Dog was up. Shanazzy? I'm going to say Shanazzy. Yo, I'm going to go to bat. Zoa energy drinks are actually built different. Their fruit punch is really good. Their fruit punch, or tropical punch, or whatever it is, it tastes like a liquefied fruit by the foot. So if you're into fruit by the foot, you should try one of those. Eric! Thick chat! Finish your anecdote. What is my anecdote? The Hall of Fame thing? I feel like I need to move on and get to the... have Fromber and Tucker cost themselves money. I feel like that needs to be the next thing. I don't think Tucker has cost himself money. I really don't. He's been consistently a extraordinarily good player the past few seasons. Like, he's gonna get money. He's gonna get mad money, and you all know it. He's gonna go get $30 million. He's not gonna be an Astro. And you guys can be upsetty spaghetti at me for saying that, and you're just gonna kind of have to deal with it. His past 3 seasons, he is an 870 OPS with a 139 OPS plus. He's averaging like 30 home runs a season. He's gonna go get mad cash. And it's just... it's gonna hurt. But... Gushers over fruit by the foot. I will ban you, Noah. Dog, I thought we were friends. How could you betray me like that? Bregman. Gobbles up, throw to first. Beautiful play by Bregman's wow is incredible. Yeah, Yeah, I am upsetty spaghetti. I'd love an Altuve hitting a Jordan home run, please. Is that Handy Manny for MVP, or am I gonna have to give out a YouTube MVP award? Dude, I don't blame the batter's eye. I really hope they don't trade Gaudreau for Kane. We tried Kane. It didn't work. I don't mind Gaudreau. I'm totally over the Kane thing. Now, back to the matter at hand. Tucker's going to go get $30 million, and it ain't going to be from Houston. We all know this. And it's just how it is. I'm not happy about it. I really like Kyle Tucker. But he probably ain't going to be here in a couple years. Fromber is a new conversation to have. I have never really... I have said nice things about Fromber Valdez. I really have. But I am always incredibly deliberate when I talk about him. And you can look through, you can even go back and find the video where he got his 25th consecutive quality start. And I don't think I said he was an elite pitcher. I have just never really gotten into the Fromber thing. And it's been a mix of he gives up a lot of contact. And yeah, it was, like softer contact. But then it got very unsoft this season. His FIP isn't particularly great and never has been outside of 2020. His ERA plus and ERA have been good. They've been really good, including last year. And, sub 3 is fantastic. But I look at the ERA plus number of 135, and, that's good. That's a good number. I don't think 135 is quite that elite territory. If I'm looking for elite, I'm looking at 145 to 150 and above. For elite, not really, really good, but I'm talking about actual, honest-to-God elite. I've said Javi's elite a lot. I've said JV is elite. I don't believe I have in my time on this channel said, oh yeah, Fromber Valdez is an elite pitcher. Because I've never gotten into it. I really believe in the church of FIP and expected ERA. And he's never really dazzled me in either number. And this season has been very up and down for him. I think the big thing that people hold their hats on with him was last season that he had a bunch of starts in a row, completely ignored how hard he was giving up contact. Would completely ignore the fact that he'd have a start where he'd go 6 innings of 2-run ball with a strikeout. And Tucker goes over and gets it. Nice, nice, nice. A 1-3 inning for Christian Javier. He's looking really, really good. To get back to Fromber Valdez. He'd have games last year where he'd go 6 innings of 1-run ball, but then you'd look at the numbers and it's like, oh, he had 2 strikeouts and 4 walks and gave up 9 hard hit balls. That's not conducive to good numbers long term. And I just never really got into it. He had a really, really great couple of starts in the World Series last year, and I'm not going to take that away from him. But there was a very large portion of this fan base that wanted to have Lance McCullers crucified after the World Series last year. And Fromber's got worse postseason numbers, I believe, than Lance does. Lance has started a couple of World Series wins. He did that in Game 3 and Game 7. He didn't go as deep, but that's because that wasn't the game plan. It's as simple as that. And also, with Lance McCullers' World Series start in Game 7, I know this is very, how do I put this in a way? I understand that I'm very much being that guy, and I don't think there's another way to phrase it. I'm being that guy, and I'm aware of it. If Dusty Baker was the manager in 2017, Lance is going like 5 innings. Because he got removed in Game 7 of the World Series after 2 1/3. He had 3 strikeouts, no walks, couple of base hits, no runs. Dusty's leaving him in there for a long time, and you know it. You look at Game 3 that he started, and he went 5 1/3, 3 runs, which is not good. And I'm not going to say that it was. But then the 4 innings to finish off Game 7 against the Yankees, 6 innings of 1-run ball against the Yankees in Game 4, which was a loss somehow. Went in his postseason baptism, going all the way back to 2015, had 6 1/3 of 2-run ball, which is fantastic. You have his postseason run in 2018, where he allowed 2 runs. Only one of them was earned out of the pen. In 2020, he had a very not good start against Oakland, and then pushed in the first game against the Rays. If you remember that was Game 2, and he went 7 innings of 1 earned run ball with no walks and 11 strikeouts. Pushed in Game 1 and Game 4 against the White Sox. Then last year started the shutout against the Mariners. Pitched an adequate game. I'm not going to say it was great. A okay game against the Yankees, and then obviously blew chunks against the Phillies. And I'm not going to say he didn't. I take us down that very fun and long rabbit hole to say this. People wanted him dead after that. He's had a lot of really, really good, really, really integral postseason starts for the Astros that have led to things. That have led to series wins. That have led to World Series wins. Framber did as well. I'm not going to say he didn't last year. He was very, very good. Framber has also completely blown series. He was unusable in 2021. People will just so gleefully overlook it. He went back-to-back starts in 2021 against the Braves where he did not go 3 innings and gave up over 5 runs. In both World Series starts. And this season, he has just not been it. Altuve gets into one, deep left center field, back on the wall. Altuve has done another one. Career postseason home run number 24, I believe. His second of the postseason. Altuve puts the Astros up 4-0 in Minute Maid North. Give me a tally. Give me a tally. I need to know. Is that postseason career postseason home run number 24? I believe. He continues to chase down Manny Ramirez. Oh. Why are the Astros like this? Why are they like this? Brantley gets into one himself on the warning track. Unfortunate. Oh, so close. Like, people talk about Framber Valdez. I'm going to get back to that for a second. People talk about Framber Valdez like he is this unbelievable pitcher. He is Lance without the strikeouts. Verbatim, he is Lance without the strikeouts. Both of them have 129 games. The innings pitched are basically the identical same. It's 718 for Lance, 712 for Framber. ERA is a few points off. It's 3.48, for Lance, 3.40 for Framber. 800 strikeouts for Lance. 697 for Fromber. Walk rates are virtually identical. He's Lance. And people talk about Fromber like he's going to go get $30 million. And we should pay him that. But complain that Lance is making 18. And I understand that a portion of that is that Lance has been injured a lot, which is not his fault, straight up. But if people are unhappy that Lance is the pitcher that he is, making 18, Fromber's the exact same pitcher, without the strikeouts, and I don't think as sustainable. I'd offer him max like 22. And if he walks, he walks. But I don't want to talk about that, because the Astros are up 4-0 now. And they're actually looking like they care. Why are we now trying? Because road team. And all the Rangers fans in my comments screaming about, why are you talking about being a better road team? That's loser shit. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Lol nerds. Side note, I don't like to go after people. That's a lie. I like to go after certain people. I really want to go after all those Rangers fans. I got lit up in the last video by Rangers fans, acting like they haven't blown chunks in the AL West for the past 7 years. It is wild. They're having one mediocre season that quite literally has been the worst season in this stretch for the Astros. Our worst over the past 7 years is their historic best, where they're talking about it like they've made memories that'll last a lifetime. Meanwhile, Astros fans are over here like, well, time to sell everything. We suck now. And then they come out of the woodworks to come clown on us. That's home run number 25 for Jose in the postseason. He's only 4 off of Ramirez. But now they come out of the woodworks to come over to Astros fans and be like, oh, down 2-0, huh? Like, what? Jace Peer, boo to you. Jordan Skies 1, just short. I hope the same thing happens, Corona, but I'm very much not going to say that yet. Real question is, are we ever going to see Pena get a homer again? Oh yeah, the next at bat. You guys like Celsius? I like the watermelon a lot. Kind of tastes like the Jolly Rancher. Oh, I want to talk about this now. I'm going to change gears for a second here. So I posted a poll earlier on the channel. And I think there was like 40-some votes on it. There was a lot. I was very happy to see that. And it was asking a simple question, which was the debate of two different players. I'm trying to find it. Can I view the post? So 43 votes. That's super cool. 84% in favor of player 1 and 16% in player favor 2. And I gotta level with you. I'm kind of shocked that there were that. I think that's probably because that was an actual season that was played, not a pace of that. So, I'm probably going to catch flack for this because I assume that a lot of people thought it was going to be an Astros player versus Aaron Judge's season last year. I'm actually really probably going to irritate a lot of Astros fans because I'm going to throw a lot of praise on Aaron Judge and not an Astros player. I used Aaron Judge's season last year because of how historically great it was. 10 WAR, 62 home runs, which is now the American League record. Finishes with like a 110 or 210 WRC plus and OPS plus. Genuinely historic season. The other player is the pace that Bryce Harper has had in the past 2 postseasons. He is on a pace through the past 2 years of 65 home runs and an OPS over 1230 with the Phillies. He has since gone from having 5 career postseason home runs to 15 now. He's hit 10 in the past 2. And I genuinely believe that that is going to continue to go up. I think they're going to go back to the World Series. I really do. The Phillies just look unstoppable. They look like a team that is built for the postseason. And a lot of that starts with Harper and his attitude. That guy is not a normal player. He is a robot specimen made and manufactured to dominate in the month of October. And the question I want to pose, when and if he wins a World Series, and I really do think Lowe gets into one to center field, Mauricio Dubon is under it. Why is Mauricio Dubon in center and not McCormick? Anyway, back to, I guess give him a rest day, that's fine. If the Phillies, and I guarantee you within the next decade they're going to win one, because they are just too animalistic come the month of October. If he gets one, do you think Bryce Harper can go down as the best postseason hitter in history? Because even if you look, he's been unbelievable the past few postseasons. Like, last year and this year, he's been unreal. But in his postseason career, 44 games, 15 home runs, which is bonkers. 34 RBI, which I normally don't like RBI, but I only throw that out there because it is postseason, so those are important. A slug over 640. I believe that's a WOBA. Yeah, WOBA at 429 in his career. And the past 2 years, for his career, he's rocking well over a 1,000 career OPS plus in the postseason. Over the past 2 years, it's over 1,230. And a WRC plus in the postseason of 175. So do you think, if he can get a ring, Harper might end up being the best postseason hitter? I already see Yordan Alvarez being tossed out there. I don't disagree entirely. I need to scroll down. I want to go get his numbers, because I know he's been fantastic this postseason. But last season, people forget. Here's what I'm going to say. I'll give Yordan the most clutch because he was unbelievable last year in a couple of massive instances. But I want to say in between the home run, I want to say he only hit 2 home runs last year in the postseason. Now, granted, they were very, very important. 3. And was a 105 WRC plus hitter last year in the postseason. Really, 105. Oh, okay. That's something. Now this year he's just been on a different planet. His OPS plus, or his WRC plus, is 347. With 6 home runs in 6 games. He scored 10 runs. He has 8 RBI. He is an animal. But did it die? What? Do I need to restart my computer? Okay, I love Altuve a lot. I have a really hard time going with him as the best postseason player ever. He has a lot of really, really great moments. Obviously, he has some great moments. And if he does finish with the most home runs, I think you can make a case for it. But I think Altuve is strangely just a really good power hitter in the postseason. Because career WRC plus at 222, batting a triple slash in the postseason of 264, 335, and 486. That's not unbelievable. I think he's the best power hitter, which is a really strange sentence to say. But yes, but he has to get a ring. Oh, absolutely he has to get a ring. And that's the thing, as if I'm talking about postseason specifically. Like, I think you can make a case for, you're the best player. It just is unfortunate that you didn't get a ring. Like in the case of Mike Trout. I think you can definitely say that of players who have debuted since 2000. So Barry Bonds is not in that. Same with Ken Griffey. Same with all those guys from the late 90s. Like, since the year 2000. I think Mike Trout is probably the best player in baseball. I don't think that's really too controversial of a take. But you're obviously not going to say, oh yeah, you're the best he's played 4 games. But when I'm saying you are the best postseason player, you've got to go win a ring. If Harper can get one, his numbers are so bonkers. I think he would legitimately have a case. So now you're in a funky little position. Boom, bada bing, bada bang, we're back. I was trying to figure out what's... Okay, that's super fun that for some reason my stream on my computer is just always going to look like pixelated. I wanted to check on my phone. Looks fine there, that's so strange. Christian Javier just simply does not care about runner stealing bases. Picks up strike 1 on Simeon. Nice, nice, nice. I'm going to check something real quick. This has absolutely nothing to do with anyone but me. Ball in the dirt. Good job by Maldi going and picking it. I'll give him praise when he deserves it, guys. Don't worry about it. But I'm just not going to give it not going to give him unending praise. Dang it. Why have you not put the roster on Ron? One to Simeon now from Javier. Fouled back. 1-2. Nice, nice, nice. Here we go. I want to get some numbers from Savant. God, Javi's look good tonight. If he can pick up a K here, that'd be so nice. Already rocking on 6 swings and misses through 3 innings. Down in the dirt. That was a nice pitch. That was a good slider. He definitely could have chased that. It's what you want. 2-2. You got one more iffy pitch before you got to make a good one. I'd go low inside the slider. Picks off at first. All right. I'd feel low inside, like a slider, if you could place it there. You definitely don't want to hang that. But... because I'm just trying to get him to saber himself if I'm Javi thinking about Simeon. 2-2. Ground ball. Pena gobbles up. Throw to first. In time. Okay. Oh, look. Don't get it twisted. I freaking love Altuve. I think he's the best player in franchise history, and I think he's going to remain that forever. I have more Altuve I have an unhealthy amount of Jose Altuve jerseys. I have a lot of Jose Altuve stuff on the desk. You may not find a bigger lover of Jose Altuve than I. But I don't think he's the best postseason. I think he's the best postseason power hitter. I don't think you can debate that, because I genuinely think within the next year or two he's probably going to topple Manny Ramirez. But overall player, he's good defensively, but the numbers offensively just aren't quite there all the time. I want to see what's popping on Instagram. See if anyone's talking about this bad boy. Okay, that's quite the list. Oh, you bastard. I thought you were trying to... For a brief second, I thought that John Bellion was releasing a new album. And I was about to lose my mind. A large boulder the size of a small boulder. I need to find a way to put that kind of a meme in one of my videos. Brother. All Time Low is my favorite song. Dude, it's oh my god, it's so good. That whole album is so good. Getting that vinyl is the unofficial goal of my life. I want that on vinyl, and it's like $300 on eBay. And one day I'm going to find it. I attempted to convince a friend of mine when I was visiting in Boston to go on like a 3-hour drive to go hunt down an album. And he was like, yeah, we're not about to do this. Abreu gets into one. That'll be extra bases. He will stand up, go to second. Abreu with a leadoff double. The Astros looking to pile on here. Starting to cook a little bit. Why is it only $50? I feel like I'm being gaslit. I now looked it up. Am I being punked? No, Brandon, that album is so good. You should listen to the Jonas Brothers The Album also, because I think he produced like 99% of that and wrote a large chunk of it. And you can definitely tell. It is a Jonas Brothers album in name only. That feels like a follow-up to Glory Sound Prep. It really does. Or at least like a... Maybe not a follow-up, because that album had a very serious, somber tone, whereas this one was pretty fun. But very, very good. Highly recommend. Tucker down 0-2. Productive ground out will move Abreu over to third base, so now you can get a sacrifice here and get a fifth run across the board, which is nice. $33-30 on the road. Bro. Comical. Dubon fouls one off. I just like, what? Dude. The offense showing up like this tonight has been... There's a very real chance the Astros put up more runs in this game than they did in game 1 or 2 combined. I'm actually going to get some real water in my system. Why is Bregman bald? When did he do that? I don't approve. I know it isn't my hair, but I don't approve of bald Bregman. DeBon swings and misses at strike 2. Fall down 1-2. It really can't. No, this can totally sway the rest of the series. Like, if they can just... If they can just get this game. If they can win this in such dominating fashion. DeBon bats, a 1-2 count. Sacrifice still in play. Takes one down in the dirt. Even the count at 2 apiece. Abreu's, holy God, Abreu's double with 112 off the bat, 770 expected batting average. Ripped it. Gripped it and ripped it. Woo! Rexlon? I'm assuming Rexlon. My brother. Very, very, very beautiful man. Assuming you're a man. Or beautiful woman. But not in a bad way. I need to stop while I'm behind. Full count now to Mauricio Dubon. A productive out would be cool. Anything would be cool here. Gets into one. That's a base hit. That'll make it 5-0 Houston. Mauricio Dubon with the second hit of the night. The Astros have rung 5 on Scherzer already. And you wonder if that's going to be the moment they go out and get him off the mound. They call him Doobie because he is smoking the Scherzer pack. 5-0 Houston. They're going to leave they're leaving Scherzer out there to Pena bats. I'm definitely going to have to throw that Dubon joke in tonight's recap. I just need to remember that for later on. Let's see if what I said happens with Pena. That would be very funny. Takes one away for a 1-1 count. Rangers definitely have action going in the bullpen. They're likely not exactly having a ball right now with Scherzer on the mound, so they definitely are wanting to get to that pen as quickly as possible. Funny thing with Baseball Savant, I'm just going to throw this out here, which is the Abreu hit and the Dubon hit. Dubon's was only hit 216 feet at 102. Abreu's was hit 212, 313 feet, but the expected batting average for Dubon's was 920 to 770, and that is what launch angle does, baby. If only they could do that in Why? Why would you bring it up, Corona? Why would you do that? You didn't have to remind me of 2019. I was happy. I was living a happy life. Pena strikes out. I was good. I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about one of the greatest chokes in franchise history. You might say, Weston, how was it a choke? You started that series down 2-0, but then you took the 3-2 lead back to Minute Maid, and you couldn't do it. I'm not angry, I'm just depressed. Because I genuinely thought that was the best team in franchise history. And they didn't win it. Martin Maldonado bats now, ahead of the count 1-0. Enter the Martin Maldonado experience, where a base hit still lowers his on-base percentage. Another thing I need to throw into tonight. I actually need to start making notes for videos. Because I usually am happier when I do that. And I feel better about the product at the end of it. Okay, back to the game. Now that I've written those two things down. How are we feeling now, guys? How are we feeling now? That they are very much in the driver's seat of this game. 1-2 count to Maldonado. That's a really close pitch. I think it probably was a strike. That was a strike because of a beautiful frame job there by Jonah Heim. That straight up, that is why that is a strikeout. Because that was so, like, on the line. That's a strike because of Jonah Heim. Still relaxed. Well, that's great for you, Meatloaf. I'm happy that... Is that because of Chaz, or is that just in general? I've got to know. Like, are you the Meatloaf because of Chaz, or is that just... Noob? It's a very good game. It's very nice. I'm having the time of my life. Okay, hear me out. Call Garrett Stubbs. Astros are my source of... Bro. I'm so happy for you. That must be nice. God, imagine getting zen from watching a sport. You guys are not prepared for the video of me watching a Jets game on here. You're just simply not. Do you understand the scenes of me watching a Jets game in this call? What? What? Like, I kind of want to listen to this, but I also know that he's going to swear.
Scherzer. Are you kidding me?
Okay. Let's,
Hang him up, Matt.
Okay. Okay, so, I don't know how many of you know who Evan is, There is another channel that I have where I make Rangers podcasts. Right? And my dear beautiful co-host Evan Burkhardt is there. This is from the Jets group that I met him in. I want to see what he has to say about this game.
Hang him up. Hang him up, Max. Hang him up. Call it quits, bro.
I'm
Type up that
petrified.
retirement paragraph for your Instagram page, bro. It's over. It's over, dog. Get the career photo dump ready, my guy. It's over.
Evan. Also, watching all of the many Rangers fans in this chat who are also Yankees fans lose their mind. Astros just won the series. It's still very early, man. Dude, why are you talking to Dusty? Why are you in... I mean, that's a really cool pink suit. I respect the drip. But, like, why are you in the dugout? I just want one manager to tell them to piss off. Like, not in a polite way. Be like, I am working. This is my job. You wouldn't go up to someone on shift at a Target and start interviewing them. Why do you do that to him? My man is just trying to do his job as a manager. And you are inhibiting him. Carter bats 0-2. Tries to get a chase on the fastball. 95 on that fastball. How's Javi's? His fastball's a little bit better. All of his pitches are up. Averaging 1.5 up on the knuckle curve and the slider. 1.1 mile an hour strikeout there, by the way. Third strikeout of the night for Christian Javier. He's looking fantastic. Might have to get some coffee to celebrate. Dude, they do this now. They just interview players midway through a game. It's bonkers. I am deeply shocked that... Oh. He sent another one.
Dude, I've been trying to watch playoff baseball for the past 2 days, and it's just been a fucking blowout in both games. Like, at least the Penguins are getting shit on, though. That's fun to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, Evan. Oh, Adolis Garcia gets into one to center field. Mauricio Dubon under it. The Astros are through 4. Christian Javier. 4 really good innings expected. I want to get his numbers for it. 4 innings, 3 strikeouts, which is not as high as you'd imagine. Only 2 hard hit balls through the 4 innings. Expected batting average for the Rangers at .077. Like, man, Javi is looking good. You know? Dash, 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 dash. I mean... Corona, we all know what you manifested. We're all aware that you manifested it. We're all aware of what that thing is. And no one, if anyone mentions it, I swear to God, I will ban you from the channel so fast. Or at least throw you in timeout. But it's looking good. Looking good. I feel pretty solid. Still very, very early. No, I agree with you. Like, this is so unoriginal. Everyone knew that they were going to do this. Have a dominant game after looking like complete garbage for 3. Or for 2. It's so... them. So them it hurts. Kraft is bringing back the SpongeBob mac and cheese. Heck yeah. Everyone felt like how the game was going to go, yeah. They woke up and chose violence. They woke up and decided, oh, well, you know, that's a really nice sounding snare, and I'm going to listen to that later on. But not right now, because we got stuff to do. No. No, they don't need to bring back that war crime. Or the purple ketchup. An Astros team with something to scare or something to prove is a scary team. Alex couldn't say it better. Dusty hitting us with that. I did that to someone the other day, and they said, Jesus Christ, you're old. And I kind of died on the inside. Because this is not an old man thing. This is just a cool thing. Altuve bats. Ahead of the count now, 1-0. It's either going to be Rangers in 6 because Astros suck at home, or Astros in 7 because they love giving us anxiety. I hate that you're right. Altuve gets into another one to center. Back on it. Oh! Feet away from... Altuve has put all 3 balls of his night. That... Altuve has hit 3 baseballs to the warning track tonight. That was a 396-foot flyout, I believe. Oh, wait, no, it's in progress. Oh, his first one, the first inning, it was a... Dang it. Where would it have been home runs in? That would have... His first at bat, the home run that was a 396-foot flyout, would have been a home run in Washington, Toronto, Seattle, Philly, Oakland, Met Stadium, Milwaukee, LA, the other LA, Chicago, the white one, Cincy, the other Chicago, and Baltimore. Isn't that neat? Ayo, Corona. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that. Hey, yo, 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 yo. You guys know how I meant that, and I didn't mean it like that. Altuve has hit all 3 of his batted balls. Still doesn't sound good. 395 plus feet. He's seeing the ball really well. My grandparents watch this, guys. My grandparents watch this, just so you're all aware. I hope they're not at this moment. Bregman gets into one. Fly out. That was a well-struck ball, but it'll be a fly out. Ugh. Where's Alex to put it in the lore book? Oh, obviously. Everything in this... We're good. We mean this happily, but like... Oh, Evan sent another one.
intermission. I want to watch more bad Penguins hockey. Come on. Go, Wings, go. Go, Wings, go.
Okay, Cassie, but you've heard far worse than that. You've told me far worse than that. Don't even lie. And he has hit me with one of the worst memes of all time. Dude, Steve Clark is a slick drummer. Zach Bryan's drummer. I very much enjoy his stuff. If you guys haven't listened to the new Zach Bryan album, I'm going to say you should go listen to Jake's Piano, Long Island. That is a very, very good song. Obviously, the lyrics are going to stand out. It's a beautiful song on Zach Bryan's account, but I really, really like the drums at the end of that song. You'll know where. I also just like the spacing. The song is a masterclass in how to make the drums interesting without overtaking any of the actual vocals or any other instrument. How is Bregman's only a 150 expected batting average? I felt like he hit it better than that. Time to go peep NHL scores. I want to see what's happening in the realm of hockey. I know that the... Oh, wow. So, like, the Penguins are actually getting crushed 4-1. The Sens are beating the Capitals 5-1. And that's all that's on. That's stupid. I want more than only 2 games. And tomorrow you guys get to watch me have an aneurysm at multiple games because I'm going to watch the Rangers as I watch the Astros. That's going to be terrifying. There's a lot of games on tomorrow. Like, a lot of games. Hobby down in the count here. 2-0. Flies one. Bregman goes and gets it. Really nice run on the play on the run. Over the shoulder grab there for Bregs. For out number 1 here in the 5th inning. I think that'll probably... Yeah, that should keep the expected BA pretty low because that was not a well-struck ball by Jonah Heim. I mean, it was high, but it wasn't particularly deep. Javi's finding himself again. I think it's because he's kind of going back. Has he... I don't want to say something blindly, so I'm going to look it up real quick. I want to see if his nice pitch dropped in for a strike. $60-30, and then 10% of play. Actually, 58-30. That is relevant. Grounder, Bregman gobbles up, throw to first, well in time, out number 2. I want to get his 2022 numbers up. Pitch arsenal. Yeah, so Javi last year was throwing 60% fastball, 27% slider. This year, it's very similar, 30% slider, 58% fastball. But tonight, he's going fastball heavy, like 65%. I'm going to find it real quick. 63, 30%. Javier is quite the member of the Thick Club. Bro, thick chat. Oh, the player, Scotty, my good sir. It was Bryce Harper's past 2 postseasons. So Bryce Harper as a Philly in the playoffs. You got Judge, but the other one, it wasn't an Astro. It's been Harp for the past 2 seasons. 0-2, fouled back for low. Javi is legit. Javi can work as a 2-pitch pitcher, and he really needs to just go as a 2-pitch pitcher. With the occasional changeup, because that's been pretty effective tonight. Bounced one a mile in front of the plate. Oh no, Brandon, you're ahead of me, damn it. Yeah. I don't know. I want to change it again. And there is the moment we were dreading. The no-hitter that Javi had cooking up is gone. That is unfortunate. I want name recommendations, genuinely, because I don't know what I want to do, really. Like, I think I might... want to change... Oh yeah, Javi's looked fantastic. That's irrelevant. No, because I might... I've briefly mentioned it. I will genuinely plug it. I have a second channel that I use exclusively for a Rangers podcast that I've done with good buddy Evan. It has done not a lot, but that's beside the point. And I genuinely have considered that I might change and post all the Jet/Ranger stuff over there and keep this as like an Astros Central thing. Or an Astros centered channel. I think that might make sense. So I'd want it to be something Astros related. I don't know how I could tie my own name into it. Jung down 0-2, Javi with a chance to get a strikeout here. That was a strike. And I just talked... That's really funny, because I talk about... Where I just discussed the difference of framing. That one was a little bit outside. But it was close enough that a good frame job by Maldonado right there would have made that a strike. And I talked about that with Maldonado's at bat. Jung gets into one. A home run. That's unfortunate. Maybe don't. Maybe don't. Maybe don't do that. Guys, maybe just simply don't. I really don't want to think that we're going to do the thing, but God, I think you have to consider that they might... Don't simply do not. I would even say don't you dare, if I'm being quite honest. Holy God, was that from 2006? Two-one count to Tavares. Sky's 1. That'll be an out, thank God. Oh. Oh, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Cassie, are you in here? This is very important to my sister. Don't even worry about it, guys. I might make everyone feel old. And, you know, if you don't, just, you will. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. So thankfully, the Astros do get through that inning with minimal damage. Hey, Cassie, fun fact of the night for you. Night at the Museum came out in 2006. Cassandra. You like that fact? Like the fact that it's 17 years old? Like the fact that Night at the Museum might be a senior in high school? How do you feel about that? No lead is safe. Can't have batters playing hero ball. No, they've got to keep putting runs on. They cannot grow complacent. Feel old yet? Now I do. God, the third one came out in 2014. That felt like it was a decade old. That does not. How did that come out in 2014? I feel like that just came out. Wait, Night at the Museum's on Disney Plus? Really? Really? That's on Disney Plus. Wild. It's only... How does it only have a 43 on Rotten Tomatoes? Screw Rotten Tomatoes. Dude, Rotten Tomatoes is stupid. How dare... Paul Rudd is in it? Paul Rudd's in Night at the Museum, apparently. Well, I'm not having a good time tonight now that I've found out that Night at the Museum is 17 years old. That's just not fun. How do I proceed? Jordan gets into one. Dead center at the wall. Beautiful catch by Letty Tavares. Beautiful catch by Letty Tavares. Took one away from Jordan. And you have to continue hoping, now that they get a couple of runs back, and just steal one off of Jordan. Because he absolutely did. That is a home run. And you now have to hope that they don't start to feel it in Texas. They're okay. They're okay. But they got to, can't let that be momentum swing. Oh. Go to commercial. I missed it. Was there a pitching change?
Holy cannoli, what a catch. Holy cannoli, what a catch.
If he ever makes that voice again. My brother, again, I'm very happy that you have such a zen and are so happy in life, but, like, that's not how I do things. When do we start saying that we're so back? That's the real question tonight. I'm feeling tired again, man. I finished an energy drink and all of a sudden I'm over here wanting to go me. But I gotta stay awake. We still got a lot to do. It's still early in this game. It's only the 6th inning. Coffee might be the move. Coffee is gonna have to be the move. Hey, you guys want to die a little bit on the inside? That Jordan hit had a 1,000 expected batting average. The expected batting average was 1,000. I'm immune to caffeine. Yeah, we've established this. Abreu gets into one. Fly out. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Jung Homer went 389 feet. Jordan's went 416 and got robbed. Welcome to the sport of baseball. Astros need to hit the gym at this point. Tucker needs to figure out what's going on, man. That's where we're at. My brother is currently batting .087 in the postseason. My brother, you need to do something here. I'm not asking for a home run, but I'm asking for you to show a sign of life. Do we go coffee? Do we go coffee? Do we go iced or hot? That's the real question. First person to tell me picks what it is. If I go iced coffee or hot coffee. I am that susceptible. Iced it is, Corona. Iced it is. Three-one count. Tucker draws a walk, so at least there's that. Not angry, I'm just disappointed. Dude. The Astros 2023 season in a nutshell. Can't wait for the Astros to secure the night and then me make a video talking about how we're so back. Okay, I'm not putting a shot of espresso in it. I might put a shot of espresso in it, actually. You do bring up a good point. But it's a good blend. Because it's one of those canned, like, Dunkin' coffees. So I don't want to mess with it because it tastes really good straight up. But a shot of espresso does sound good. I can do both. I can just do both. I'll have a shot of espresso and I'll have the Dunkin' coffee. I'm genius, man. I'm just solving all my problems right now. Why pick one when I can do both? And then while I have one warming up, I'll get the iced one. Dude. Solving problems right here, left and right. No problem at all. Doobie is batting 1-2 count with the runner on first, which is Tucker from the walk. You're hoping he can do something. Another fly ball. Deep. Love of God. All right. Another deep fly out. Kill me. The Astros are the kings of putting it almost out, but not completely out. Now it's time to get coffee. We have to question if we're getting dead balls. That's when I get back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have coffee. I bet on an Alvarez home run. Hopefully he gets one in the next at bat. Bruh. Bill O'Brien's. It's a nice room he has. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? Side note, cake batter donut. Dunkin' Coffee. Very good. Highly recommend. Shake well, best served chill. Who's drinking this room temperature? Why did it pop? It's coffee. What kind of carbonated bull? No, I do not. It's, dude, it's so not good. Pablo! You want him drunk on stream? That's not a good thing. Look. I do a lot of... I would not do that. I don't even like to have a drink if I'm doing a video that night. Because I have like a slight thing. I wouldn't quite call it a speech impediment. Because I don't think it is. But I think I've gotten over it. Because for a while I wouldn't tuck my tongue behind myself when I said, like, S's. And so for a while I would say, instead of tucking it, I would just, say whatever I wanted to, and it would sound very strained. Yeah, it was bad. I fixed it. I fixed it by just thinking about it and not doing it consciously, and now I stop myself whenever I say something that starts with S. But, like, I always have that fear of sounding weird, and so I'm very conscious about conscious? That's really funny that I stutter with that part. About it, so I don't even think I would drink. No, I have not. I very much have not. That's a fun one. That's a real fun one, talking about that. Your Keedy in game 6. Or game 5. Also, the only shot that I'm gonna have is a shot of espresso. Smells nice. Woo! That was bitter. Time to wash it down with something. Wait, your Keys on the mound tomorrow? Really? I mean, they used... Fly out to Debon, thankfully. They used Brown and France, didn't they? In game 2. Okay, they didn't use Brown, so maybe you go Hunter Brown in game... Oh, God, that just terrifies me. I would go France and Brown. Like, I would have one start and the other one go. It's like 3 innings out of both, maybe. Wait, is Brown here? Am I stupid? Brown's on the roster, isn't he? Am I losing my mind? No, Hunter Brown is on the roster. Okay, I'm not losing it. I would say you go swing and a miss for Javi. I think you go Brown with France ready to go. Or vice versa. Night. I think you definitely go with one of the two. And then if you win game 5 and you get to game 6, I think you go bullpen day. Right? I think you go bullpen day for game 6. Because then if you have to go to a 7th game, you can either throw JV if you have to, pardon me. So that way if you win game 6, like assuming you win out, right? You win tonight, you win tomorrow. And then in game 5, I'm saying you go Brown and France as a 1-2. And if you win game 5 and you take a 3-2 lead back to Minute Maid, which is a big if. That is hella crazy for me to say because you're down 2-0 right now in the series. And so for me to even flirt with the thought of being up in it 3-0 is bonkers, but I'm just floating that thought. If you get it to 3-2 and you go into a game 6, I think you go bullpen because then if you have to go to a 7th game, you could have JV go. And if you don't, you can save him for game 1 of the World Series. If you lose game 5, assuming you win tonight, and then you lose Tucker! Holy God, man! Okay, dog, what is happening? Dude. He came in on it. I know that there's no one on base and there's already 2 out, but that's so fundamentally terrible. Okay, that's fun. Anyway. And that does... And that ends Javi's night. Hector Neris comes into the game. A beautiful, beautiful showing for Christian Javier. He pitched a really good game tonight. Okay, so back to the pitching thought, right? Assuming you hold on tonight, which is a big assumption at this point, because now momentum does feel like it's kind of falling back in favor of the Rangers, but we're not going to deal with that until it becomes an actual problem. If you win tonight, you go into game 4. You have Jose Urquidy going. If you win game 4 and you're tied 2-2, I think you throw out Brown and France as a... Whichever one you want to start can start, and whichever one else can go second. But like 1-2. Then... Dude, he's just so in his own head right now. Like, I feel bad that I had that reaction to him. But, like, dude, he is just so in his own head. If he gets a good base hit, if he gets an extra base hit, like if he can smack a double, a triple, or a home run or something, he's gonna just rake for the rest of the way. But he's got to do something to wake up. He's got to do something to feel good, to lock in. Yeah, if you can take the 3-2 lead, which is crazy to say if you sweep in the Ranger Stadium, but if you do, Game 6 gives you a lot of room to go bullpen, I feel, is the correct move. You cannot send Framber Valdez to the mound in a Game 7 situation. That is a non-possibility. possibility. You just can't do that. And so I think you go with JV for Game 7 or save him for Game 1 of the World Series. I don't even think you can start JV I don't think you can start Fromber in a World Series game. I think he has to be long relief. And I know that sounds extreme, but, like, dude, he's looked awful in the first 2 games. I don't think he has shown you enough in the past 100 innings of his season, because after the All-Star break, he has been very subpar, is the polite way to go about it. I think he's got to be long relief for the rest of the way. And you can call me crazy if you want. Crazy, yeah, I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room with rats. Yeah, so if you go from the end of June through now, his ERA, good lord. In his last 99 innings, his ERA ballooned from a 2.27 to finish the season at a 3.45. But that means in that stretch from June 27th to September 27th, in 99 innings, he had a 4.64 ERA and a 4.30 FIP. Dude. Nearest misses on back-to-back pitches. Now he finds himself in a 2-2 count. Against Adolis Garcias, who has been... He feels like he's been an Astros killer his entire career. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Michael Brantley! Okay! Uncle Mike! God, he loves to flash the leather in the ALCS. A beautiful, beautiful catch from Michael Brantley. Oh, dear God, that could have swung momentum so hard. That was a little frightening. I thought that was about to be a big moment for them. Beautiful job to track it down by Brantley. Oh, he's...
When did Shane Goss's career become... Oh, Andrew Copp penalty shot!
I'm trying to see if he said...
Yep, here we go. Here he comes. Let's go, Copp. Fuck you. Fuck.
Evan, ladies and gentlemen, Evan. You guys should go watch the Rangers podcast if you're even slightly interested in hockey. Or if you just want to hear me and my buddy go back and forth about nonsense for a while. The Rangers Gameplay podcast channel. Highly recommend. Y'all should just go over and watch it. It's it's a good thing. And again, I might actually start posting stuff over there that isn't just that podcast. I might just post a plethora of different things. I might post all my New York stuff over there. Who's to say? Brandon, I really, really, really hope you're correct. Why did someone decide to make a pair of headphones that were that brown? They're studio headphones. But why are they brown? Why would you choose that color? I can't explain to you how much I dislike that. Dude, I know. I gotta. Just not May, late July. Brown. Dude, I understand that someone probably spent a long time designing them, but like imagine spending time to design those. Just that awful brown color. Paying you ground ball. Out number 1. Rillo, I know this is a really random question. Is the way you typed out brown a reference to a DankPods video? I know that is really strange. But I have to know. Look at the reception of Michael Brantley in the dugout. They freaking love Michael Brantley. Everyone loves Michael Brantley. Right? Right, Ed? They're awful. What number is that, Wes? What number is what? Oh, this is a coffee. This is a cold coffee, Will. It's Dunks. Base hit from Martin Maldonado. Weird world we live in. Anyway, well, I had an energy drink before I went to hockey. And then I had an energy drink when the video started. And then I had a shot of espresso. And then I started drinking this. So, whatever that math adds up to. How much caffeine's in this? Only 130. That's not much. Hey, coffee's probably a little bit better than an energy drink, right? Like a little bit? Well, that is the question I give to you. Is coffee more healthy than an energy drink? Or is it just like... Well, Monster is garbage. No, Monster is the worst of all the energy drinks. Let's get that clear right now. Altuve batting. 2 balls, alright. Now he's ahead 2-0. That's nice. That's good. Let him get to work. Altuve in a 2-1 count. Fouls one off to make it 2-2. Dude, the Phillies are winning that series. It's not a question. Altuve in a 2-2 count. Ground. Did he hit that off the ground? Did Altuve hit that off the dirt? I gotta see the replay. Okay, almost. Wait, that was the pitch before. Here's the... Oh, so close. Altuve is him, just so we're all clear. And Will, I'm looking that up as we speak. Starts the 27th. Pitching change. 1 second. Will Smith? No way! Will Smith's coming in. We're gonna see the man, the myth, the legend. Incredible. Please don't copyright me for that. It was only 3 seconds, YouTube. I'm begging you. Don't kill me for that. What? Will, I know you're in the chat. Go look at Instagram. You've sent me how many things? Also, Will, it's not the reply, it's the meme that is above it, just so we're clear. Brantley bats. Hopefully he can now pan out with the base hit. He's already made a couple of good, or a really, really good defensive play. He could go hit a knockout there, you know, just toss one over into a gap. See if Altuve can get on his horse. Brantley gets into one. That might... Oh, unfortunate. Not a bad smack, but you know. HEB needs to be nationwide. No. Publix needs to be nationwide. Look, I'm not going to get into the... Publix... I have never been to an HEB, but I have been to a Publix. And what I am telling you is that Publix is where it's at. And I don't know where my boy Noah is, but he can also back me up with that. Wait, Noah, what is the grocery store you have? Because I've got Publix and I've went to Market Basket. But what's in Philly? No, I need an input. All fat. What the? What? What are you, 90? Bregman ahead of the count, 3-0. Could get a big swing here from old Alex Bregman. He will take... Oh, my God. Really? Really? Wow. That is such a bad call. Doesn't even clip the top of the zone, but instead of being bases... Okay, well, that one bounced in the dirt, so we're fine. I would have been very irritated, because that was so much of... That was so out of the zone, it wasn't even funny. At least on the television. Dude, the ump scorecard is going to be must look at Twitter. Or X, if you want to call it that. Do you guys call it X, which is technically correct, or do you call it Twitter because you're morally correct? That is the question that I give you this evening. Oh, those are nice looking symbols. Is that an Istanbul over there? I'm gonna have to watch that a bit. So Will Smith now with the bases loaded. The Astros could basically end the game here with a good piece of hitting. Okay, Jordan wanted to put the game out of sight right there. That was not just a swing. That was a different zip code swing. Which I like. Jordan. Oh, I thought he got clipped there. Ahead 2-1. I thought he just got a piece of the elbow guard. I don't know if it was... Maybe he did and he just wants to keep batting, which would be kind of, you know, a him move. But, like, man. Takes one. Another 50-50 that goes for a strike, which is unfortunate. It's still Twitter. Okay, I call it Twitter constantly. That's all I call it. Jordan, base hit. 1 run comes home. Altuve's speedy boy. He definitely is coming home. The Astros will take a 7-2 lead. Jordan Alvarez with a... He'll stay at single, but there will be runners at the corners. The Astros take a 7-2 lead, and that really is starting to put it out of reach. Benny. Jordan Alvarez. Is there another pitching change? Another pitching change. Oh, Will Smith is already gone. Bummer for the poor guy. I would play them all there at this point. Now, you have the 7-2 lead. This game feels pretty safe. Again, no lead is safe, so with a grain of salt, but now you can start to feel a little bit better. You can start to feel a little bit comfortable. Now it's just a matter of Abreu skies one, Tavares under it. Head to the bottom of the 7th, but Yordan Alvarez cashes in. I never thought that a 2 RBI hit to put 7. Okay, I can't explain why my brain did it, but for a brief second I thought you actually meant Chaz McCormick found this channel and I was about to cry. But I realized you were referring to the meatloaf. For a brief second there, for a brief second there, I thought the actual man. My absolute dream is to have an Astros player on here. I think it'd be funny to have Chaz McCormick on here. And then proceed to not ask him a single question relating to baseball. I think that would be entertaining. I would like to interview athletes and just completely ignore the fact that they are an athlete. That would be the great. That would be. Oh, that'd be so fun. That'd be top entertainment. Dude, there's no seat in this. There is no seat in this house worthy of Chaz McCormick. Okay, I feel like I don't... But only talk... yes. It would be sacrilegious, and so I don't want to do it. Have I just been... I might just be talking, like, quieter, to be honest. Like, I know it would be sacrilegious. I think it'd be really funny to get a picture... Because you've definitely seen it, like the picture of Jesus, but someone superimposes a different, like an athlete's face over it. I think getting one of McCormick's face and then the Church of Chaz, I understand that would be sacrilegious, and I would probably not do it, but I would not, to be honest. Mr. Cassandra. Mr. Cassandra, I would not. No, I'm just going to roll with that. Nearest comes back out. All right, this is interesting. Look, just harass Chaz on Twitter. What? Fly out to Kyle Tucker. He caught that one, which is good. Oh, that's fun. We did only score 4 runs. Oh, yeah, because we got shut out in game 1. I forgot that. I thought we lost game 1. My bad. Huh? Oh, it hasn't counted this one yet. That makes sense. Because it said innings led 5, and I'm like, what? How does that make any mathematical sense? But I realized we didn't score in the first. I thought we did. Kind of buzzed Garver there. Pitch was inside to even it at 1 apiece. As Nearest sets up. Yeah, I think I'm just... Yeah, Rab, I think I'm just getting tired, and so I'm getting quieter as it goes along. Dude, a mid-afternoon nap tomorrow is going to go crazy. Nearest gets a strikeout of Garver. Nice, nice, nice. 2 outs in the 7th. Nearest looking pretty darn good. Someone said that was the plan. I will double check that, but I would imagine yes. Looking to confirm it. Neither team has announced a starter officially, but I would imagine that it's going to be Urquidy. I would be shocked if it is not. Wait, DeBrinket's a wing? Weird. Picks up a strike there on low. Even the count at 1 apiece. Ground ball out of the reach of Altuve. It'll be a single into right field. Tucker will throw it back in. But that'll be a base runner. I assume you let, now that it's 7-2, Nearest cook. Yeah, yes, but it might be a little bit late. So, I have music practice at 7 that usually, assuming we all vibe, which is a big assumption, and Mr. Wavo Taxi in the chat will attest to that it is a massive if. If we all vibe together, then it should be pretty quick, and we should get through it pretty easily. And it should only take like 45 minutes to an hour. And then I'll be back here and streaming, and it'll be all good. If, on the other hand, it doesn't do that, because I think we're doing a new song. That'll be fun. Jung gets into one, and gone. 7-4 now. And now it's back to a 3-run lead. Tug on the shirt a little bit there. Don't. Just don't. Bro. But yeah, I appreciate you saying that you look forward to it. I love doing these. I look forward to these. Like, a fly out to Brantley ends the 7th. Thank God. But yeah, assuming that everyone gets along and we vibe all well, it shouldn't take too long. But you know what they say about assuming. That doesn't even look like him. My dearest brother, Mr. Wavo Taxi Williams, sent me a picture of Chaz McCormick, an AI. Chaz McCormick is Jesus Christ, and for the benefit of everyone in this chat, I'm not going to show it to you. And you should thank me, is all I'm going to say. Because that is awful. He's an Astro, what do you mean? Bro, that doesn't even look like Chaz at this point. That just looks awful. And why is the one dude's face a part of the pillar? And what is happening above him? Does he go west or east? I really don't know where he goes. Like, I really just don't. I don't think the Rangers would go for him. I don't, because I'm just thinking about teams that have money. I don't think the Rangers would. Blue Jay. I don't think the Blue Jays would make a move. Like, maybe the Yankees? Because they just go get everyone who's supposedly... But they don't even do that anymore. I don't know. I feel like the Dodgers might. I feel like the Dodgers might make a run. I'm going to throw a really odd one out there. I'm going to throw a really weird one out there. I'm going to say the Cubs. Because I think they're going to look at a season where they kind of overachieved and flirted with the postseason. And I think that they're going to say... Yeah, I'm going to say the Cubs. Because I think they're going to look at a season where they overachieved a bit. And they're going to say, well, just go make a huge move and then go get him. I think that's... I could see it. And, like, that's the only move they make. But then they don't actually help themselves because they're going to let pitchers walk and they're probably going to lose Bellinger. And so they're going to add, but they're not going to add. Yeah. It was a time infraction on Gray. Dubon breaks the bat, but that'll be a single. Mauricio Dubon, a 3-hit night. How about Doobie? And Tucker moves to third off of a great read. The bat dies a hero. Doobie continues to smoke the Ranger pack tonight. The Orioles I could definitely see. But I think that comes down to how much money they want to spend. Like, I don't see them wanting to spend too much money. Doobie doobie doo, where are you? And there goes the phone. Pena base hit. The Astros get another one. 8-4 Houston. Jeremy Pena cashes in an RBI. They still have 2 men aboard with no outs. As Martin Maldonado, who somehow has a multi-hit night this evening. Noah! They usually sell them. They'll sell a lot of broken bats. I've always liked Dubon. I've always thought he's a cool guy. I hope he wins the Gold Glove. That'd be super cool. Maldi, who is 2 for 3 bats. He'll try to lay down a bunt. Is it crazy that I'm saying I would rather him just try to swing away? Like, you finally have him cooking and you tell him to bunt. Are we serious here, folks? Really? This is where we're at. You finally have a night where he has multiple hits and you're telling him to bunt. Dude, I get that you're up 4. But, oh my God. Why is it that when they're down 1-0 in the 9th inning, they'll let an 0 for 4 Maldonado go to bat and have him take hacks? But now when they're up and the offense is clicking and he has multiple hits, they're like, yep, go bunt. Like, I'm I just want it. I just want it to make sense, is all I want. Are they warming Evaldi? Was that Nathan Evaldi warming in the bullpen? Am I insane? Did I see the wrong person? Perez. Okay, I swear I thought that was Nathan Evaldi, and I was like, what? That makes more sense. Ball 2 to Jose Altuve. I would really like to see him get revenge for one of those that just missed being, you-know-what. Stanek and Abreu warming in the Astros pen, so I assume you're going to go Stanek and then Abreu? Stanek for the bottom of the 8th and Abreu in the 9th would be the move for me. 3-0. Altuve's got to get a swing here, right? Like, they've got to tell him to just go for it. That's what I would do. He lets loose, foul ball. I assume Montero is just going to be held. I don't know when they'll use him. Yeah, I don't get what Bochy. Bruce Bochy. I don't know what his plan is, because he's using multiple starting pitchers in this game, which just feels strange. Shut up, Noah. Oh, wait, Noah. I asked earlier, but you were at work. What grocery store do you have in Philly? Because, like, obviously Houston's got H-E-B. I've got Publix, as you very well know. I went to a Market Basket in, like, the Northeast. But what's in that area? Full count to Altuve with 1 out and 2 men aboard. Altuve! Oh! Really nice play. And a really nice play by... I can't think of it. Seager. To get the out at third, not just swallow the ball, but to have the heads up to look there. Giant and Weiss. Giant and Weiss. And Wegmans. Wegmans! Okay, I've heard of Wegmans. I'm also going to go retrieve the phone that I dropped. Pitching change. Again, guys. Really? I'm messing with the whole flow of this game. Now, in your opinion, would you say that Wegmans... Well, wait, no, you agree. Publix is the goated grocery store, yeah? Benny, I can't explain why, but it really just, in this moment, clicked in my mind that your character is Appa. I'm not proud of how long that took. But it really just hit me now. Takeaway items? What is a takeaway item? Martin Perez comes in. Okay. Okay, but like Publix has better subs. Publix has the subs, and you know it. Give me a pub sub or give me death. The founding fathers died for Publix. Brantley, ground ball. 0 for 5 night for Uncle Mike, which isn't great, but that beautiful defensive play is going to make everyone forget that that happened. Head to the bottom of the 8th. The Rangers are prolonging this game for no reason whatsoever. All these weird pitching changes. The offense has looked good. Which is good. They looked awful in the first couple games, so they needed to. gonna sneeze, not gonna sneeze. You know, I very vividly remember there was something that happened and I said that I need Alex for the lore book, but I completely forgot what it was. I do not remember what I said. But Corona chimed in real quick, so I feel like he's going to tell you. Oh, I think I do remember what it was. Corona, I'm just going to let you take it, because if you remember, that's great. I think I do, but I also... I'm gonna give you the floor, my good sir. Offense has a lot of hard contact tonight. Expected batting average at 362 for the team. Yeesh. Burgers. Dude, I could go for a burger. I could definitely go for a burger right now. Or a cheese quesadilla. I'm going to make a cheese quesadilla when this is over. Yeah, I'm going to do that when this game ends. We're not going to talk about food again. We're not going to do that. We're not going down that road again. Interesting. Abreu comes in now. And not in the 9th inning. I thought they would have done Abreu as the closer in this game and rolled with Stenik now, but that makes sense. Is Dusty doing a smart thing? Is Dusty going with his better pitcher against this part because it's the 1-2-3 hitters, and then going with the slightly secondary against the 4-5-6? Corona, I swear to God, if I see Montero in this game, I'm losing it. Like, straight up losing it. Like, going insane. Blowing a gasket. Losing my mind, so help me. Yeah, I know we do. Walk to Simeon, not what you like. What? Look, I understand that he has, but he still scares me. And I'm still partially reluctant to give him high leverage spots in the postseason right now, especially in this, where you so desperately need to take this game. Like, if you had the 2-0 lead, that's a totally different conversation. Or if it was even 1-1. Seager flies out, which is cool. Alex. Don't. Is it just me, or do the helmet cubbies look like something you would buy at IKEA? Like the grain on them. It just looks like IKEA would. Can you tell that I'm a sleepy boy? Carter swings at strike 2. Benny is correct. I will not believe until this game is over with. Gone Klepp? What? Ground ball. High chopper. Altuve to Abreu. Nice play to get the out of first base. Dude, everyone... I don't want to... Okay, it is incredibly targeted. Everyone should go onto the Game 2 recap video and go absolutely flame the Rangers fan who said that 1981 was 31 years ago. Everyone needs to go flame him. It really did. Yeah, the Game 2 recap is wild. But everyone needs to go find that guy and just politely inform him that his math is not quite correct. Because, like, you ever see something that is so wrong for a brief moment you can't quite pinpoint how wrong it is? Also, you guys should definitely comment on that video just in general because it's, you know, engagement. Yeah, because it was a reply under someone saying, "Don't stop believing." For the algorithm, indeed. Okay, so my favorite hobby is waiting till a series is over and then going to all of the old commenters for the other team who clowned during their one moment and just dunk on them. It's my favorite thing to do. Jonah Heim strikes at strike 2. Or swings at strike 2. Like, as soon as Minnesota ended, I just went through mostly through game 2, that comment section. And just any Twin fan that was like, "Aha, our time has come." And I'm just like, are you sure about that? Fly ball. Okay, that wasn't too deep. The Astros take a 3-run lead into the 9th inning to the top of the 9th, where they can hopefully extend it maybe a little bit. Would be nice. Be very, very cool if they could make that more than a 3-point lead, 3-run lead. Why am I talking like Porky Pig? Julio Jones. Yeah, that's weird. I saw that. That is strange. Bros, I am tired. Brandon, I get what you're going for because the offense scored 8 runs, but like he went 0 for 5. I'm not exactly going to say that moving Brantley up was the move, but the offense clicked tonight. I'll say that. But I'm definitely not going to put the offense succeeding on Brantley's 0 for 5 night. Ugh. You might put... Okay. Assuming you rest someone in the outfield tomorrow. I think tomorrow I would rock a lineup. I think you give Tucker a game off. I mean, he drew 3 walks tonight. I don't know. I think you give Brantley a day. So I think tomorrow you roll Altuve. Hear this one out, right? Altuve, Dubon, Bregman, Jordan, Chaz, Abreu for the top. Hear me out on that. Holy God, there were so many. I would not start Dubon over McCormick, but I would start them both. That's what I would say. I would start them both. Dude, he went 0 for 5 tonight. You give him a night off. Like, you bench someone. You gotta pick one or the other. Do you bench Tucker for a day or do you bench Brantley for a day? And then that's where you put the other, right? If you want to rock... Because you gotta get Chaz back in the game. Because he's been good in the postseason. He's been really good. Dubon had a 3-hit night tonight. So I would like to keep him in the lineup. And so... You gotta sit Tucker or Brantley. And honestly, I might lean Tucker. Like, if you're going into Game 4, you're not in a position to play favorites. And I get that Tucker is important to the team, but you can't continue. You can't send him out there in what could be Game 4 will be the most important game of the series to this point, easily. Because that'll either tie the series up, make it a best of 3 where you have home field, or you're down 3-1, you have to run the table for the next 3 days, or 3 games. And so if I'm Dusty, I'm benching Tucker or Brantley. Because Tucker has shown nothing this whole postseason. He had a 3-hit night, or a 3-walk night today, which is good. That's a positive sign. That he got on base 3 times. And I'm a sabermetrician, right? I love on base percentage. That's super important to me. But ripped Yordan Alvarez. Monster. Yordan Alvarez. So I think tomorrow you rock Altuve, Dubon, Bregman, Yordan Alvarez, Chaz. Abreu. Brantley. Pena. Maldi. Actually, I still would not prefer Maldi. Like, Diaz. I'll throw Diaz there instead of Maldonado. I know they're not going to do that, but you know. Presley warming for the 9th. Has Presley gone in all 3 games so far? That's a really funny joke. It's worked a lot in the past. Abreu fouls one back. I think the Brantley catch has haunted Yankees fans on Twitter. Yeah, it's beautiful. Here's my thing with Diaz going instead of Maldonado. Even if you want to tell me that Maldonado is the better move offensively, which I disagree with, I think Diaz is better offensively and defensively speaking. Even if I'd be willing to give you that he's been better in the postseason, which he has had a better postseason, I will agree with that. One, it's been 10 plate appearances for Diaz, and that's not enough to settle in. Secondly, Tucker ropes one, extra bases, hopefully. I said if you could get extra bases that you... Son of a bitch. In the moment, I think I could kind of get on... In the moment, I could kind of get on board with Maldi going, but also... You've got to give Diaz a start. Because he's going to go in probably game 5. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you got to give Diaz a start. I don't have an answer for you. I don't know if he sent him. I'm gonna fight it. You best believe I'm gonna fight it. Oh, there's so much. Press I do up. 9 outs. You want to try that again? Alex, I hate that you're gaslighting me. I don't know, man. Nervous tick? I'm like, there's something fishy here, William. Yeah, and I hate that you're gaslighting me. You will not gaslight me into saying that we have to start Maldonado. 1-1. Fouled back. Maldi gives it a look. College football team lost again. They might never win again. Oof. 6 in a row. Jeez. Well, no, because it might be working. That's why I don't like it, Alex. 1-2. Did he go? He didn't. Can we see the replay? Can we see the replay? Mr. Television Man. He so went! Dear God! Side note, can we talk about how weird it is that you can check your swing? Like, that's a weird concept, right? Like, you either have to swing or you don't. Like, have you ever thought about how weird that is? And a strikeout turns into a free base. This umpire crew sucks. Real Corona, real. No, like, checking your swing feels like the baseball equivalent of, like, in tag during recess. Someone gets, like, a foot away from you and you just yell timeout, and then they tag you. Or you tag them in this situation. And you're like, all right, you're it. And they're like, no, I said timeout. That's the energy that checking your swing has to me. Oh, 2 to low. Got him. 1 away in the 9th. Just a simple ground ball double play to Jose Altuve and then over to Jose Abreu would be very nice. The Jose connection. Okay, no, it's just such a strange thing to me. Already down 0-1 is Jung. Was multiple homers tonight. Ground ball. Foul. 0-2. Ryan Presley ahead 0-2. Come on, timeout. Okay, the Rangers are just prolonging this, man. Should have put bacon in the patties. Dude. Oh my god. You put bacon in the patties of the burger? Like, you... Wait. Everyone shut up. This is important. Alex. Like, you chop it up and put it in the burger patty? Or, like, you... Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Alex. Ground ball. Pena. Altuve. Abreu. And we are out of it. So the Astros get a game back. Oh, Alex, I am so doing that. The Astros get a game back, taking the first game in fake Minute Maid. Finite Maid. Yep. That's what we're calling it from here on. And start to crawl their way back. Woo! Mimic Maid. That's funny. Alex, that is an unbelievable idea. Carol Short, you are very goated. And the Astros take game 3, score of 8-5. Finite Maid. Alex, put it in the lore book. All right. I am going to start working on the video for this evening. And then I'm going to get to bed because I am extraordinarily tired and I have to be up early. So, thank you all for coming out. We'll be back tomorrow for a stream, probably a little bit later. But until then, oh my god. How short is Ken Rosenthal? Because Altuve looks like an actual person. Dude, is Ken Rosenthal like 5 foot flat? That's bonkers. Once again, thank you all for coming out. Until tomorrow, have a good night. Actually, until later tonight, have a good night. And you all, I bid adieu.